Okay guys, so I am back with another unbiased magic review where I review stuff, give you honest, unbiased, unfiltered feedback on stuff that I own, and I even show you that I use it in my everyday magic. This is stuff that I actually use, unlike other YouTube magic review channels where they review stuff that I'm willing to bet you they never use it in real life. They get these products from magic companies, they make a quick review for you, they never ever touched the effect, they never ever performed it for anyone, I'm sure of it, because you ever notice that they don't even show you on camera that they can perform it because they probably can't, which is really funny because you want to trust magic reviews from people that can't even perform magic, people that tell you that they don't like math, they don't like this, they don't like sleight of hand. Yeah, because they don't have any skill. They can't perform it themselves, but they're out there doing magic reviews. Makes no sense. Anyway, so let's get back to what we're going to review today. Ben Prime's Optimus Switch. Oh yeah, what a lovely move. So for 10 bucks from Lost Art Magic, you're gonna get a streaming video, which is gonna teach you this utility move. So what is the utility move? So the utility move is basically a way of switching a card, and it's very clever, it's very well disguised, and in the teaching, it's 25-minute video. You're gonna get a detailed instruction on how to perform the move and then applications of it. The applications are wonderful. I'm going to tell you my own thoughts of all the applications, and I'm going to tell you that I think the product is definitely worth 10 bucks, probably worth more than that. And I have performed this now last couple months all the time. I especially really like the application of using it in the form of a peek or a glimpse, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because I think that in terms of a peek or a glimpse, the spectator does not even know anything happened, which is just awesome. He really is awesome. So anyway, so let's go over the applications of the move. So first you're taught 3 color changes, okay? The first color change is just like an instantaneous change in the hand with just very slight movement, and that's gonna take you a little practice to learn if you really wanna do it. In fact, I would actually recommend instead, if you're interested in that, in the idea, if you're interested in the idea that you have a card that's sticking out of the deck like this and that you just kind of make a little movement and it changes, I would recommend instead that you check out Jack Carpenter's Impulse Change. It's just much better because it's just one hand. Because this is a move with 2 hands. Two hands looks a little suspicious for a color change, I think. I think it looks a lot cleaner with just 1 hand. And so I would recommend you check out Jack Carpenter's Impulse Change if you're interested in that. And you can find that in his Expert Portfolio series. And so of those 3 types of color changes, I liked the one where he showed that he pulled back on the whole deck so that you can actually see there's some kind of movement as the card changes. So I thought that was the best of the 3. He goes over and shows you how you can use it as a revelation for a selection where a card, you show a card out jogged and it's not their selection, and then you do the move and it changes into their selection. So I think that's good for that too. The next thing he goes over, which is what I thought was the best, was the glimpse, where the card is stopped at, you tell them that you're going to show them the card, you show it to them, you put it down, and you already know what the card is. You read their mind. I think that's great, especially because for me personally, I like the effect that somebody gives you a random deck and they ask you to perform something. They're like, here's a deck of cards, do something for me. I think there's very few things that compete with the idea of you saying, okay, look, I'm going to go like this. You stop me somewhere, look at that card, and then you read their mind. I think that's solid. That is very, very strong. That's one of the strongest things you could do with a deck of cards, and this allows you to do that. If you don't have a good peek in your arsenal, well, then this will help you do that, and it flies by people. I've been experimenting with it for the last couple of months, and nobody notices, nobody sees it, because it's in that large movement of going from down here to up here that you don't see the move. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what the move looks like. Now keep in mind that the camera angle is not that great. In real life, you'd be more vertical, and camera is very unforgiving compared to the human eye. But just to give you an idea of what the move looks like, so the cards are shuffled. You dribble the cards and ask the spectator to say stop wherever they like. Say they stop, you said stop right here on this card. You angle that out and you tell the spectator, look, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you this card and I want you to remember it, okay? I'm gonna look away so that way I don't see what this card is. So you look away, you say, look, take a look at that card. They look at it. So I'm gonna just push it inside, I'm not looking. Yet you know it's the 5 of clubs, just like that, because you glimpsed it and you switched it, just like that. And then after that, he shows you how to use it as a force, which, you know, I don't know if I would use it as a force necessarily. And finally, he shows you how you can use it as a rising effect, where the card rises each time up to the deck. And it's reminiscent of Ray Cosby's Raise Rise, which is actually the influence of the whole move to start with. The raising or the rising aspect of it, I would never use it for that. And because there's a small get ready, so each time you're going to have the card rise, you have to do the get ready. That doesn't look clean. I mean, in my own mind, there's nothing better than Ray Cosby's, where, you know, he holds it in one hand, makes a movement, the card rises up, and he's still holding it in the same hand, and again does the same thing. I mean, there's no get ready. So if you're interested in that kind of effect where the card magically rises up to the deck, I think you have to learn Ray Cosby's move and not try to cut corners, is what I think, if you're interested in that. He also teaches you a way to use it as a climax in a sandwich routine, which I probably wouldn't use it for that either, but you can, so that might appeal to some people. So me personally, I thought it was great for using it as a glimpse or a peek, and I also thought that it was good for a card revelation. The color change, plus or minus, you know, if you may like that. The nice thing about it is that there's a lot of applications for the move, so it's really nice, and it is a way of doing a card switch right under the person's nose, which is wonderful. So what are the things I didn't like about it? I did not like some of the teaching, the camera angle, because I didn't like that, you know, he'll show it, you know, it's shot from overhead and you see it like this, but when he raises his hand up, he goes out of the camera's field of vision. It's just gone. And that happens various times throughout the video, and it's very annoying, you know, because you don't see what's going on, you know, so that's a very annoying thing. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. So that was probably the biggest pet peeve that I had of it. It's shot like in a hallway or something, somewhere. So the instruction of the move is very good, though. You will understand it. How long is it going to take you to learn the move? Maybe a couple hours or less. I learned it in one afternoon. It didn't take long at all. I think that it can be done with any deck of cards. It doesn't even really matter the condition of the cards overall. It's not a real knacky move. It's actually really easy. And until you start playing with it and going out and trying it out on people, you won't really know how good of a move it really is. So I would highly recommend that you pick it up. It's only 10 bucks. You get a lot for your 10 bucks. And I think that it's something that you're going to use. So that's my thoughts on the Optimus Switch by Ben Prime. I hope that somebody finds this useful. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for more videos, more reviews. I'm going to be reviewing next some coin magic that I perform all the time. I got some favorites, some stuff that you guys are going to love, some stuff that has taken me years to learn, in terms of years to actually find, because how much magic do you buy and it's garbage, you don't use it? I've got some real gems to review for you guys. Of course, intermixed with that, I'm also going to review stuff that people are interested that maybe I wouldn't really recommend, but at least that's why I'm reviewing it, so that way you don't waste your money on it. So anyway, stay tuned. I hope you guys are enjoying my reviews. Even if you're not, that's okay too. Just leave me a comment. I don't mind, positive, negative, and let me know if there's anything specifically that you want me to review. If I own it, I'll review it for you. especially if it's something that I perform all the time or I have a lot of experience with. I'll review it. Just leave me a comment. Let me know what you want me to review. And again, if I have it, I'll review it. Remember, nobody's sending me any of this stuff. So I'm not pushing any magic at you that a magic company is sending me. And all this stuff that I review is stuff that I use myself or I have used in the past. Okay, so that's why I'm reviewing it. And so that's pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. And stay tuned.